Hey, welcome back to Mobility Project. We're talking about pulling something from a disadvantageous position, which means I'm below the level of a barbell. Usually what ends up happening is this end range hip flexion that really gets our athletes into trouble, especially when you can't sumo out and you can't get over it. So end range hip flexion is my hip comes up into my chest, my femur runs into my pelvis, and now I've jumped into lower kind of lumbar flexion, and I'm in a bad position. So what I want to do is make sure I'm thinking about how am I going to improve this hip flexion. So specifically, some things I can be doing is capsule stretch, drive that hip to the back of the knee, work in these positions, and can even do it in a little bit more neutral. The key is to keep the line of force going through the femur the whole time. So driving in, get your 2 minutes, working on those ranges, and what you're going to see is that you should see improved hip flexion, which is going to give you more movement options. When your hip starts running into your femur, your psoas has to bow the distance, and that's when you get overextended and have those problems. So that's homework number 1. Homework number 2 is certainly just spending any time in this position. Let me show you my new favorite. I grab that foot and I turn and I'm able to shove away and really capture this TFL and part of the hip capsule. Grab the foot, anchor the hand, turn away, I'll contract, relax, get a couple minutes in this position. A new way to get in that. Really think about bracing from the bottom up. So if I'm going to get in a bad position, I'm going to have to load my hamstrings, then try to get my back straight and then pull again. Some of the best athletes are working on some fixed flexion. That's okay. The idea though is think about how you're going to prep yourself to get into a bad pulling position. Here's what we're going to do. Excuse me, bench talk. Real quick, hop down. What we're talking about is how are you going to stand in a bad position, be able to load those hips and hamstrings, get tight. You can use the teeter-totter effect. Now, Mark Belt. I got enough of it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.